We live in a world obsessed with the now. Instant gratification, fleeting trends, the constant hum of connection. But what about yesterday? What about the echoes that linger, shaping who we are today? This is a story about those echoes, how they connect us, and how sometimes the faintest whisper from the past can rewrite the present. Dust motes danced in the sunbeams that pierced the cluttered aisles of yesterday's treasures, an antique shop tucked away on a quiet side street. Ilara, a young historian with a penchant for the forgotten, ran her fingers over a tarnished silver locket. It was intricately engraved, a delicate rose intertwined with a thorny vine. Beautiful, but whose story do you hold? The locket seemed to hum faintly beneath her touch. She purchased it, a strange compulsion pulling her towards its silent narrative. Back in her cozy apartment, Ilara meticulously cleaned the locket. As the grime lifted, the engravings shone brighter. She noticed a tiny inscription on the clasp. For Eliza, with all my love, Thomas. Eliza, Thomas. A love story lost to time. Ilara, intrigued, began researching. She spent hours poring over old census records, historical archives, anything that could shed light on Eliza and Thomas. Days turned into weeks. Ilara's apartment became a whirlwind of papers, books, and maps. She discovered that Eliza and Thomas had lived in the same city a century ago. Thomas, a struggling artist, and Eliza, a vibrant musician. Their love story, pieced together from fragments of letters and newspaper clippings, was one of passion, hardship, and ultimately, tragedy. Ilara discovered a faded photograph of Eliza. She was even more beautiful than Ilara had imagined, her eyes sparkling with life. And then a jolt. Ilara recognized the locket in the photograph, identical to the one she now possessed. It was hers, but the records also revealed a devastating truth. Thomas had died young, a victim of a flu epidemic. Eliza, heartbroken, never married. Ilara sat staring at the locket, the weight of Eliza's story heavy on her heart. She felt a strange connection to this woman she had never met, a kinship forged across time. You were loved, Eliza. You were remembered. One day, while researching at a local coffee shop, Ilara overheard a conversation. Two elderly women were discussing their family history. One of them mentioned a great aunt named Eliza, a talented musician who had never recovered from the loss of her love. "Excuse me, did you say Eliza?" The women looked at her surprised. Ilara explained about the locket, about her research. The women were stunned. They had heard stories about Eliza, but the details had been lost over time. That locket, it belonged to her. She kept it until the day she died. The women led Ilara to Eliza's former house, now a historical landmark. They showed her Eliza's music room, where her piano still stood, covered in dust. Ilara touched the keys, a faint melody echoing in her mind. Eliza's music, it was her heart. She poured her soul into every note. Ilara realized that Eliza's music, like the echo of her love for Thomas, had survived the passage of time. It was a testament to their enduring connection. Ilara placed the locket back in its velvet box. She no longer felt the need to possess it. It belonged to Eliza's family, a tangible link to their past.